have both captains ready for the face-off. Gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast. Hey. Let's start with the big topics right now. T1, I'm going to you straight away. Let's talk about your roster changes. Tell me, what's up?
So Annihilator, it's actually not the same one that you said it was from Go Hard. He actually played on School Bus with Zim, and then he also played on Tornado Rocks with Positive. And his most recent team was Brainstorm, and then he wasn't on Brainstorm going up to last grand finals. So he just wanted to play, and he's friends with Zim and Positive. So
has he always gone by Annihilator, or is he just trolling us?
No, it's always been his name.
Okay, so two different Annihilators from you. Did not know that. All right.
Yeah,
no, go for it.
No, I'm just saying, like, and the reason with No Nick, I mean, I posted on Twitter, but he's finishing up school right now in Ukraine. He's supposed to move to Canada in January. So, I mean, whatever happens with the league, he'll become like an NA player now, and it won't cause like region lock issues. So we can always pick him up back if he still plays. So
makes sense.
All right, now Greg. You made two roster changes of your own, picking up Ali the Persian dude, who you had a rather interesting face-off with last week. And then also Commander J. Why don't you go and walk us through those changes yourself?
Well, Ali came over and was basically like, hey, can I join the team? And I was like, hell yeah, come here right now. And then Commander J, the walking encyclopedia, just kind of came over and was like, hey, can I join the team? And I was like, hell yeah. Here we are now.
All right. So how do you feel your team is doing right now? Because you guys have had some strong results recently, and now you get a real test of eClipse. You feel you're up for the challenge?
Just like last match with these guys are an experienced team. We definitely have our work cut out for us. We are coming off of a lot of pretty strong wins, especially the one off Dare. Nobody really expected us to take that. So we're just going to do our best and see how it goes.
All right. Now, T1, any final thoughts for Greg and Teal Team 6?
Go look, have fun.
All right, Greg, any final thoughts for T1 and eClipse?
Peanut butter. I think he's saying peanut butter.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. All right, we'll see you on the battlefield. Bye, guys. He told me that he's going to do the peanut butter thing from now on.
Well, it worked last time, so why not?
It did.
We'll see if it works again. Keep going.
A tradition becomes a tradition because it keeps working, right? You just... as long as it keeps predicting correctly. All right, so let's move on, talk a little bit about this first match, all right? So we're going proc first, and here we're going to be looking at on attack, Teal Team 6 on defense, eClipse. So eClipse should be able to start this one off with a nice win. Let's play it nice and slow. We'll see if Teal Team 6 can bring anything to break the defense. Otherwise, this likely looks like a 1-1 or perhaps just 2-all to eClipse.
Yeah, definitely. Now, eClipse, with their roster changes, Annihilator will be starting. Still did not know that there was two Annihilators. Just thought it was the same one the whole time.
Hey, I was just told it was the Annihilator that you were talking about, so it's good to have it clarified. Yep. That's all I care about. We now know it is the proper Annihilator. We know from when.
Yeah, well, from the sounds of it, the original, if he was back on School Bus, that dates him all the way back to the 742 days with Arclit a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've gotten to see those guys in action. Now, looking at the choices you're seeing very early right now into tank picking. This is literally what happens when, excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. When players are told the 60-second countdown starts now.
Which we're only 40 seconds into right now, so it'll be another minute before you see the rest of these ready up.
20 seconds in.
No, 20 seconds in, yeah, the 40-second mark, they count down.
Yeah,
so
not up.
Yeah, so what happens is they can change tanks at any point during the 60 seconds, and when it reaches the 0 second, you're either readied up or you're not. The admin will not wait, and that game will start with whatever you are readied up in, as long as it is a valid lineup.
Yep, and you're seeing how players will ready up and ready down a tank, just to kind of throw stuff out there. We don't really go to this much because often it's kind of confusing to look at, but I mean, because we're here, might as well explain to you something that you often don't get to see. And there's everyone readying up with 10 seconds right there on the timer. You've got 4 IS-7s, 3 Bat Chats for eClipse, and then you've got the 4 5As, 2 Bat Chats, and a T100 for Teal Team 6.
And what notoriously happened to Teal Team 6 during that whole process on their first match day was when, during that countdown, the Supernova hit the spectator button and was not ready up in a tank, and then the game started. And instead of just being a tank down, because he was in the spectator slot, it had to be a automatic DQ. So that is how that happened back then. Now, before we get into this game, I'm going to go over the lives real quick. 4 IS7s, 3 Batchets, 4 eClipse, Teal Team 6, 4 5As, 2 Batchets, and a T100. Now, we do have a little bit of news real quick I want to share with y'all. Top tier.
Yes?
Won the tiebreaker against Elevate 5-4.
What?
So Elevate handed their first loss outside of the grand finals in over a year. You know, Elevate, when we talked to comps before, he said if any team could touch them, it would be top tier if they were practicing and doing well. They had the individual talent, and they certainly showed up. Now, we are going to get into this game, focus on that. We'll talk about more about that later.
Opening scout run, Supernova, heads mid. There, nice shot on the move into positive. That's why you bring consistent fire light tank like that. He's able to spot a number of tanks on the side of eClipse. With that, I'm seeing a lot of eClipse tanks fall back. That's the bats. IS7's moving up to play hold down, and Photo will be playing the far back line. Nice shots, though, into Germ. Little focus fire there. He's going to take about half his hit points in damage. I'm seeing Supernova sneak over towards Cap. Dark God taking fire as well. Nicely done by the players of Teal Team. They are winning in the damage category right now, actually quite well. Wow, Photo even taking damage. And T1, T1's taking damage as well. And now full move from eClipse. Looks like press from IS7s. Bat chats as well, saying, guys, just stop taking damage. Let's just kill them all.
And Dark God Zim's actually taking a lot of damage. He's down to a one-shot, and now the Bat chats for eClipse are just pushing over, but they're down 3,000 HP. And Zombie and Greg see that this is happening, and they're just pushing in, and this is just all chaos.
And Positive's just about to go down. One more shell gets him, but at the same time, Ali is down. Damage-wise, Germ as well. One more shell. He is dead. 3 tanks left alive now as T1 goes down as well. That early damage onto eClipse ended up destroying them in this firefight. And now the focus coming in. Draw cab on fire for a second. Need one more shell, and there it is. Photo in the open. Takes 1. Takes 2. Annihilator off in the distance, doing what he does, and there we go, he is down. Annihilator is the only tank remaining. And eClipse throws a defense away, oddly enough. That one did not go well. Early focus fire from those heavies was devastating, to the point that eClipse made the call to just push. Yeah. This is correct. That was eClipse your red team, James. Everything is correct. There's no misinfo. Looks like
Teal Team 6 decisively take game 1.
Yeah. Do you agree that came down to the early damage?
Yep, snowball effect.
Yeah.
Straight out and simple. It's just Dark God Zim took a lot of damage along with their heavy tanks. He got focused out first.
Yep.
And when you push into a brawl 6v7, especially when the thing is the i7s don't have that great DPM. Yeah. They have the 470 alpha, and they got a little bit of a buff recently, but 5As, DPM monsters, they hit hard,
there too.
And Batchets came in, and they just straight up won the brawl. And the other thing you have to remember is those i7s pack APCR, which can be a double-edged sword. A lot of people like APCR over heat, but when it comes to heavy on heavy, most of the time, heat shells are going to be the better shell for the situation. And you know, when you have people like Spooky in a 5A doing 4,000 damage and Hitman doing another 3K, things are going to go your favor.
That they are. So that's a great start for Teal Team 6. That's exactly what you want if you're them, because that's gonna give you a nice little boost. Everyone's feeling good, and now you can go into the next battle with this. But looking back at what just happened, the press that we saw, you see how everyone on the side of eClipse is well damaged by the time they get into an engagement. You see focus fire goes and kills Ali, and that's it. Not really anything else gets too beaten up. In fact, there's quite a lot of split damage. And because of that, the Teal Team 6 just handled the situation.
Yeah, and looking at the damage that comes in here, Spooky, like I said, 4K damage, 1 kill, 100 fantasy points. The Love Hitman doing another 3K, 2 kills, 72 fantasy points. The Love Hitman had a great match day last match day along with Greg. Both of them continuing to have strong performances today. Another 2,400, 1 kill, 70 fantasy points. And then Viral doing another 1,900. Second page there, Photo Finish, 1,500, 1 kill, 28 fantasy points. I would expect to see him really step it up the next couple of games. And then Supernova, Doing what he could in that T100, picked up a kill, but not really able to do much damage, but it's not really his job to do much damage while you're playing a T100.
Yeah. So we're going to get ready now to flip sides and play our second round of proc. Looking at the lineups, we have an IS-7, 3 5As, a Grill 15, first one in a while, and 2 bat chats for eClipse. For Teal Team 6, we'll have 5 5As and 2 bat chats. Simple, straightforward strat. I'm feeling eClipse for this one, James.
Yeah, well, they need it. Now, the grill. Let's talk about that. What do you see that being used as this game? Hill Sniper?
Probably. It's fast enough that you can do stuff with it, and it's got okay camo. But why the grill over many of the other options? Is it the turret? For me.
Turret and the alpha. You got to remember, it's a 750 alpha gun, so it smacks pretty hard. And in the case that there was a stirve on the other team, because it's the 128 caliber, should be enough to just overmatch the armor of the STRV instead of trying to hit one of the weak spots.
Won't matter this time, though.
Won't matter because there's not one on their team. Still should be able to deal with those grills, or with 5As rather effectively.
Oh, looks like our grill might be able to find a target already. Fires, misses, gets spotted though, and backs out. Positive though, taking a strong push in there as the grill is actually forced to take cover. Really dangerous here. Already there's plenty of damage being dealt. Same time, looks like we've got heavies pressing on each other. Germ, Photo, Dark God, and Draw Cab from eClipse are clustered together against 5 of the Teal Team 6 heavy tanks. So a little overmatch on the tracks, but if the crossfire can be maintained from eClipse, they might be able to get the damage out to keep this competitive. But right now, hit points are in favor of Teal Team 6, and the grill support isn't really there yet. It's actually not doing
the biggest
much
problem for
yet.
eClipse is they've bled all this HP and they haven't been able to kill Zombie Food and Supernova. Positive's still reloading, and it looks like Annihilator and the Grill are both going towards them, but these 5As are bleeding so much HP.
There was Draw Cap, and that's going to be the first domino to fall. I think from this, you're going to see the press right up and over. That's the right call from Teal Team 6. Supernova's going to get pressed on elsewhere on the map. He will go down, and so will Zombie. So Zombie and Supernova are down, but the press elsewhere with the heavies, Dark God and Photo shouldn't be able to hold on
They
too long.
recognize the overmatch. They understand the bat chits are reloading. They understand it's 5-on-2.
Oh, Dark God even catches fire for a second. Photo, I don't know. There he goes, okay. Dark God's going to try to regroup. Nice shot there from T1, sneaking one through the buildings. And we'll see if the bat chats can make something happen. Can they, though?
You know, the Grill. Now, keep in mind, Grill has 750 alpha, so, you know, he can really put a lot of damage in here. He's going to get one shot there. Nice 750.
Nice.
Now he's going to get beyond the buildings. Remember, the heat shells are going to struggle against these objects. They need to be careful with their shots. And Annihilator's now loaded, so they may be able to get off some damage. Now, takes one. Ali's coming around. He's not going to get reloaded in time. Annihilator trying to do what damage he can. He gets a track shot, and it's actually going to be the left hitman that picks up T1.
Nicely played.
2 bat chats versus these. Ali's caught out in the open. Annihilator takes a shot in return. Doesn't actually connect, though.
Nicely into the love hitman. And everything's fairly low right now. So what you're looking at is a situation where Positive can do a lot of work. He just has to manage not to die. Nice shot, though, into Annihilator. From
Nice shots from Greg and the left hitman. Those two are really on fire right now.
And now looking at the hit points, 3,213. One clip is not enough for Positive to get all the kills. He will need 2 clips or a miracle. Miracles are okay too. But going uphill like this is going to be dangerous. It's spotted. One more. And a trade. Positive kills Spooky. Ollie kills Positive.
You know, every match day with Teal Team 6,
Yeah?
I just find myself sitting here and just going, how? Why?
Where was this? Is that what you're asking?
Where'd this come from? You know, it's just still not quite over that.
End of the season is where surprises are happen. Everyone kind of holds on to those surprises, waits for them in the back pocket, and then decides, I'm motivated today.
Take a second to think about what we just witnessed.
Which was?
That was Prokhorovka.
Yes.
Prokhorovka.
Yes.
That is one of Eclipse's best maps.
Yes. And they just dropped 2
And
off.
they just dropped 2 games. On this season, Eclipse have... Let's see here on Prokhorovka. They're sitting at a 70% win rate over 16 games.
Yep.
That is a map they do not drop rounds easily on.
Yep.
They just lost twice.
Yep. That'll happen. So, with that in mind, we're gonna look at the next map, James. Ruinberg. That's where it is. And Teal Team 6 has been playing well on that. If this trend keeps up, you know what? Maybe you will be more correct than we imagined, James.
Well, at this point, we're all going to be wrong because that's a 2-0. That's not even close yet. Eclipse needs to step it up and get some rounds.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we aren't even going to get to OT. It's just going to be Teal Team 6 just stomping over Eclipse.
Yeah, it would be quite strange. So overall,
I mean,
guys,
it has been a day for like backwards games. Top tier beating Elevate.
Yeah. Then we've got, of course, like F707 was a little weird at times.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Derek M60's one is expected.
Yeah, that was actually...
Now, one thing we haven't mentioned, though, real quick, a few little roster changes from the other teams. Aquatic M60s, while they lost Mr. Man, they picked up Wally Whiff and Vale, both formerly from F7. And then I don't think there was any other major changes outside of Mr. Man joining Dare Rising. I think we've talked about everything else.
We might have we mentioned Wally Whiff?
Yeah, I just mentioned them. Wally Whiff and Vale both joining Aquatic M60s.
I can't think of it. No, that's
that
it.
should cover all the roster changes, but that, we didn't see them tonight, but we will see them on the next match day.
Right.
Now, we are going to head into battle number 3, where Eclipse need to turn it around because they're starting off not in the way they wanted. And they are going to have to do that on defense. The lineup's coming in, a 113, 250Bs, a 215B, the last time we can see this tank in League, because starting tomorrow, it will be a special tank, and not all will be played in League will be replaced by the Super Conqueror. A Mouse, a 5A, and a Batchat. Teal Team 6, 5 IS7s, a Batchat, and a TVP.
There we go. So,
yeah, we glanced about it earlier. The changes to the light tanks coming in the patch tomorrow, but that's the other major change. 215Bs being replaced, just like the Foch 155 will be moved to a special tank. Owners that already have it get to keep it. And there will be a new Super Conqueror put in its place to kind of line up with the rest of the line before it, the Carnivoron and the Super Conqueror, and the regular Conqueror.
Did you say Carnivoron?
However you say it.
Carnarvon.
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 I'll just let you say it.
Ermagerd Carnarvon. You remember that team?
Yeah, that's a throwback.
Yeah, good times.
Now, Positive is spotted, and they do spot Supernova in the south, along with their TVP, and the I7s are just plugging straight up that 6th line. And it looks like we're going to see Dark God Zim just get all the way down here. Now, he needs to beat the IS7s to this ridge, or Dark God Zim could end up in a world of hurt. Now, if he can get down here in time, the IS7s will struggle to get penetrating shots onto him. Even though turret's not the greatest on the 113 at that range, the I7s and the APCR shells, he should be able to make it work all right. Takes one shot from the TVP, bounces another. And now the I7s are going to push off of Cap and look for the tanks from Eclipse. And now he should be in a decent spot to get off some damage. Start firing shots. Actually takes a nice shot there for 506.
And then nice crossfire here into Greg, as it looks like Viral is going to decide just pressing forward's the idea. Gets himself focused out here, and one more shell should take him down. Bounce, though. Annihilator's going to be on reload. Shot still coming in from the rear, you can see onto Greg. And that's that 113 downtown. Positive is down, so no more Batchat, no more flexibility like that.
And Dark God Zim is just rifling off shots. No one has pushed him. No one has come to get him. The medium tanks in the south are still lurking down there, and he is just able to rifle off shot after shot after shot right now. And he is really being a problem for Teal Team 6.
That he is. But the thing is, the press forward in town right now is going okay in many ways. Now, Germ hasn't taken a lot of damage, but so Drawcab and T1 have been the focus and attention of a lot.
Now, they pushed up, and they did kill Dark God Zim, but the support fire from Eclipse was pretty solid. And now it seems like we're going to have Germ just pushing in this Mouse, just trying to stay in the fight, but the tanks from Teal Team 6 are just driving away from him.
Look, Supernova has finally moved in. Nice focus fire. Zombie goes for a ram, and that's a ram kill right there in an IS-7. Looks like Annihilator's about half healed.
Photo finish is on fire.
No, that sucks for him.
And Germ just trying to stop people from bullying his teammate. Annihilator still has to come off of the reload. And he should be able to try to get his clip in here. This clip needs to be effective if they're going to stay in this fight. It is a 4v3. Ali the Persian dude just getting bullied around by Germ, doing what he can, but the left hit man finds a shot on a photo finish. And man, oh man. Now Annihilator needs to have a big clip right now if he's going to make this work. Finds one into Ali the Persian dude. Left hit man finds one in. So does
but he's getting focused out.
Food, and he does manage to pick that up, but that's going to be 3 tanks, and now he only has 1 shot left. I don't think it's going to be enough. Doesn't even get connection. Now it's all versus Germ, and this is about to be Teal Team 6 making it 3-0?
Okay. I guess. What's going on here today, James? Why? This isn't the Eclipse I know. At all. I mean, this is really weird.
Maybe we just need to stop doubting Teal Team 6.
No, I I really feel like eClipse should have figured it out or responded better.
We said that after Dare.
Yeah.
We said the same thing.
Yeah.
And here we are versus eClipse.
You know.
Can it really be more than one team just having a bad match day versus TT6 within a week?
Okay, I see your point.
I mean, as much as there definitely could have been some better play there from eClipse, but the overall TT6 did things right. Hey, Mouse is going for a flank. Just drive away from it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just not much to say other than that. It was just a solid play from TT6. Good raw aggression, good focus fire. I didn't like how long they left Dark God Zim down there, but they ended up pushing over and getting him down when they kind of realized that he needed to get him dead. They waited for their all-alerts to get off their clips. Once they were reloaded again, then they pushed in and got him out.
But how do you make a push like that happen, James? How do you push into that little town and then come out ahead, actually, as the attackers, when there's no there's no strategic reason that eClipse should not have been able to make that happen. Like, that's what's so baffling to me, is that numbers-wise, the advantage was there for eClipse, but they still managed not to make their quite right play. And individual stuff kind of got in the way as well.
It is a really tricky town to play around, and it's kind of like all of the map of Ghost Town to a certain extent, is you don't really realize how long some of those lanes are. Now, we'll get back to that in a second. Look at the damage. Now, the Mouse doing what he could, 4,600 of Germ. 84 fantasy points, but then the Love Hitman still on fire the last couple of match days. 4,100, 3 kills, 107 fantasy points. Zombie Food, 3,400, and it goes on and on and on. And then on the second page, only Spooky down there in that TVP, and there's 1,702 kills. And then looking at it, positive, not able to get any damage off.
I didn't realize that part. I thought he'd at least managed to do something, but he didn't do any damage. And because of that, okay, that makes a lot more sense when you have that context with the lack of damage. Because I saw him firing, and that was what was weird to me. I was like, okay, Positive's being able to unload in a bat chat. What's good? This should be going well. And then, well, it turns out he bounced or missed most of those.
Yep.
Yeah. And,
just overall, TT6 making it work. Now, they are on defense, and they're going with a much heavier lineup, and eClipse need to find a way into this. And if eClipse don't win this round, it will literally be lights out for them.
Literally? Figuratively.
Figuratively. All right, now looking at it, lineups coming in here. 3 mice, a 113, 250 Bs in a bat chat. eClipse coming in there with 2 mice, 2 i7s, and 3 bat chats.
And then opening moves, you got a bat chat going north. Annihilator is going to be that one. And then going to the middle of the map, let's check out the mice. Whoop. So, cool. Dark God Zim, draw cab heading up the mid with bat chats out on the far side. So let's see Supernova over there. Making a little scout run. And
2 mice for eClipse pushing straight up the middle road.
Not spotted yet. Note the firing line, which we're about to run into with Supernova. These guys still making their way over into the town. It'll take a hot minute. As Nova, oh, good route. I like this. He loops over in the south to spot bats moving up south, and now he's going up the mid-ridge where he spotted 2 mice. And he's managed to make the approach in such a way that, well,
he has not been spotted this
time. That's really, really tight stuff right there. If the rest of his team is ready to do stuff about that, like if they're ready to respond and put fire on those targets, that's going to be great. If not, then, well, all it was really great intel. But he'll back off and go north. Now, Spooky and Ali will probably want to start doing something.
Now, keep an eye on the minimap. Or actually, it's going to be on screen right now. Supernova and that 50B pushing around in the north. Now, they may get him behind those 2 mice. And since there's no protection back there, they could get focused out really easily. Now, eClipse don't really have much of a game plan set up right now in terms of they have no cap pressure. They're just sitting here, sitting around, and no one's moved to start the cap.
Yeah.
They're trying to hold on. Now, it looks like they may be trying to bait this rotation, but the mice really aren't in a position to deal with it, and just the single bat chat pushing down there.
Yeah, what's really strange about this is you can see how everyone is actually quite far back. And there's the cap. That's Germ right over there. He'll be jumping on cap, and that'll put pressure for someone to move up. And that's hopefully where you'll see minimap for a moment here. Hopefully you'll see fire coming from the south onto that. And that's Ali in the 113 at the same time taking fire. Excuse me. Looks like that's from our mice in the mid. Dark God Draw Cab will be just kind of firing on him while they move up. A little fire, though, coming from Zombie. And that's going to be 50B flank. That's from Spooky. And that's against Annihilator.
Supernova and Annihilator going one-on-one, but Spooky's coming to help. And now Annihilator's just going to play the hit-and-run game, get a few shots off. 50Bs start getting the shots in, and he barely gets over there. And now the thing is they have his way out. He cannot leave. Now Supernova is reloading.
Annihilator can do some fun stuff here. See this little mound in front of him? Hopefully he plays that. But it's risky. There's another Bat Chat coming back. Looks like that's T1 Diabetic. Yep, he's on his way back for support. And that's going to be the Bat Chat and Spooky moving out. So good play there. Ultimately, they ended up just kind of damaging and scaring off a tank.
But now look at this. We're going to see 5 tanks for eClipse get on the cap. Looks like they're going to use the mouse to screen for the others possibly. And they are going to start the cap pressure. They know that Teal Team 6 is backed off this far. So they are really going to make them come out in a panic and try to get some damage off. Bat Chats are both in position to support, and they know that Teal Team 6 have the Bat Chat and the 50B out of position.
Yep, that's going to be draw cap to block Ali. And then, well, here's the problem with this, is it's actually inviting a position for eClipse that they really didn't want. And there's focus onto Ali. Damage onto Photo is getting a reset. Positive is spotted. We need to keep him up. That's
10 seconds on the cap.
Just need a connection.
5 seconds.
Love Hitman, nicely done into Positive, huge reset.
Viral actually bounces a shot off of Positive, and now the Bat Chat's in the south starting to unload on him, and Positive is just going to leave the cap. He's going to go try to get Clip of damage off. And eClipse are not in a strong position right now. They're not getting the damage that they need to punish for this. Reset's coming in, and the Mice are just pushing forward and bullying Positive, doing what he can onto Viral. He has 2 shots. He should pick it up. Left Man does pick up Drock. And now Viral's down to a 1 shot, and Photo Finish picks it up. Now that is going to still be 2 tanks going down for eClipse. They are bleeding HP.
And Teal Team 6 is doing great. There's 3 tanks left alive. And eClipse is, well, eClipse is losing here, guys. Yeah. So Dark God Zim's alone, just about. There's a Bat Chat over here, Positive. He's on reload, so he's not doing anything. Dark God's your guy. And there we go. Let's see. T1 trying to kind of 1v1 here versus Supernova, but he's kind of catching a lot of shells here. And here comes the volley. No one's actually looking at him. Odd enough. Instead of kind of Spooky. And there's Greg with the kill. That's it. That's battle 4. That's okay. This is weird, guys. Usually eClipse would have probably made something happen a little bit more, but they dropped a lot. In fact, great job by Zombie Food. The 50B plays and Bat Chat plays by Teal Team 6 on the west side of the map, like, really panned out. The damage onto Annihilator was awesome. The just general chaos that seemed to ensue from that flank was great for Teal Team 6. I mean, they got some play off of that really, really well. Altogether, eClipse is not playing at a level right now that Teal Team 6 is having.
Yeah, if I had any criticism for Teal Team 6, it was not finishing off Annihilator once they knew they had him boxed into that pocket where he couldn't escape. If they'd taken an extra 10 seconds, pushed the 50B who still had shell.
Pushed a little bit more in the first place because the Bat Chat that was up against him just kind of stopped and stayed there, expecting or assuming, I guess, that there were more Bat Chats up. It was safe maybe to assume, but it's difficult. It was a risk-reward thing.
They were in that sort of position, and getting the extra pick would have been nice. However, there's a double-edged sword though. What they did by leaving that quickly though was they got into position to support the rest of the team when that fast cap came out. So to be fair, they did a good job of making sure they were in position to deal with that middle road and get the extra shots in there. So like I said, it's a little bit of nitpicky, I guess, but overall, looking at the damage here, Zombie Food 4K, 1 kill, 70 fantasy points. Greg, Supernova, Spooky, and Elliot Persian Dude all having decent games. Positive doing their 2K, 44 fantasy points, but he has not really had a strong match tonight, and everyone that has him on his fantasy team is going to be crying.
Yeah.
Just like me inside right now.
Aw, it's okay. A lot of us stacked for eClipse today, but eClipse is not playing very, very well.
After today, everyone's fantasy teams between that Teal Team or that top tier Elevate match.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The closer matches are going to be the ones people didn't want to bet on. Like 07, F7, that's not a match that you tend to stack because you really can't predict how it's going to go sometimes.
Yeah.
The matches that you expect to be predictable are not being predictable tonight.
In fact, they're being quite the opposite. They're being almost unbelievably...
Teal Team 6 is about to 5-0 eClipse. Just let that sink in.
Yeah, that's what's trying to sink in right now. And that's the struggle is... I'm trying not to jump to conclusions or something about why this is happening, because the simplest responses are not great to think about, but they're also kind of scary to propose. And I'm just gonna have to find out, like, what's going on here? Is it the peanut butter man? Like, is it really the peanut butter?
Now remember this.
And
eClipse are trying to hold on to their second place spot. Their automatic bye to the offline finals.
Yeah. That's why this is important.
With this loss, Dare, I believe, are going to be tied with them on points.
We'll check later, but yeah. We'll have to check, but that's what this is looking like.
Yeah, and then no one was predicting top tier to get any points out of that match versus Elevate, so now all that math goes out the window. And this is just total chaos, and everything is burning down all around us. Now we move on to battle number 5, eClipse, 2 i7s and 5 bad chats. Teal Team 6 coming in with a 140, 4 bad chats, TVP, and a STRV 103B.
This is fine, James. Everything's fine. This is like every other season at the end, when everything goes out the window, because one little thing.
Get all these crazy roster changes. We get super experienced players from Europe deciding to play tanks again. We get Commander J coming out of the woodwork.
Yay. Miss him.
And then all this nonsense.
And we get standard defense from Teal Team 6. eClipse on the other end. Well,
i7s are going to get spotted across that middle ridge right there.
Fantastic. Shots fired. Looks like Supernova's going to put one into the side of Photo Finish. Photo Finish can't catch a break today.
Once again, rip my fantasy points.
Yep.
Along with a lot of other people.
Yep. But anyway, looks like Germ's heading around the side. Let's see if this little flank maneuver, while there's a climb going on from Annihilator and Positive, this little flank of 2 bat chats is going to pay off. Because it'll be a hot minute, guys, before anything's going to show up.
And Teal Team 6 just holding firm right now. 140 playing the little hold down right there. It's going to be kind of hard to kill. You're going to see these i7s push around, and they actually leave one of the i7s on the front side of the hill. Is T1 going for the climb? T1's going for the climb in an i7. We already saw Mr. Man do this earlier this season in the Type 5.
It can be done.
Yeah, and he is going to push up there and get onto the hill. At the same time, Photo Finish gets over towards this 9 line. And they still have a batch out all the way over on the 1 line as well.
Yeah. And this'll happen. It just take a minute. Now Annihilator's going to start some blind fire, and while this is going on, you know, we've been watching a lot of the eClipse perspective here. Let's take a moment and just kind of watch the blue perspective, Teal Team 6, and get a listen in with their comms at the same time.
Could have gotten there.
Yeah, it's here? Are you sure there's no way they could have gotten here?
Okay, I mean, I've been watching this the whole time.
I don't know.
No,
stop, Byro, stay right here for now.
Yeah, they
It might be just be blind fire from
Yeah, I know, you should have just stayed there.
No, he did not light me.
What?
I don't know.
That's a meme.
Okay, so there's a tank back here. But yeah, Byro, I want you to stay there until I, like, actually,
I7.
because that's what I'm worried about. Can you get shots on Annihilator?
We got shots on the size 7 if he keeps going. Second. Can we get a relight or no? Yeah, no, Viral, don't do it. Viral,
I can't.
don't
No, don't do it.
No, he backed then. Because there's a middle ground between Nova lighting.
Oh, I found
There's an
I7.
I7 on the hill. Do we want to take the rest of the map or no? We can shoot.
No,
It's
alright.
fine.
Can you shoot him?
It's not a good shot. How does?
Well, you're
Nice.
sure. You got it.
Yeah, I'm still watching all of this.
I'm gonna drop down because this is stupid for me to stay here.
Get ready for the push. It's gonna come out eventually.
Not necessarily, because I can rock
I
one of those
think-
rocks and I have elevation up into there.
You might want to stay up there, just maybe not as far up.
Where do you think they're gonna push?
Positive up. Greg.
8, 9, and hill. I've got no rounds on him. I'm looking.
Should we?
Be careful firing,
Nice.
guys. Just take that one shot and clip.
Definitely.
Because we don't want to.
Going for reload.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't want to
Annihilators
give them the clip advantage.
coming around.
Hey,
No rounds.
Okay, well I'm safe here, 100%. Ooh.
You okay?
This is spooky, man. Like you tried playing this position.
No, I don't disbelieve you. I'm just like, you said that. I thought you were gonna get shot or something.
Annihil's up.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
lit. I
I
got
took the
lit.
hill.
I got lit over here.
Yeah, why are you
Bad up
there,
center?
spooky?
Yep.
they're
Just
pushing
too
No
bad.
one else like that.
3 bets.
Okay, spooky, just come low and try to get shots if you can. Just play
Yeah.
safe though.
Okay, I'm safe.
Oh, don't
because
poke out
you
on
got
them.
lit.
You're just gonna blind fire it if you poke there, and if you get lit, you die. So
Yeah,
I got
don't.
lit.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
proxied.
Yeah, I didn't want to poke that.
Yo. You got photo coming up.
Photo can't do
They might
anything
push them
against me.
Yo, can anybody get rounds if I relight these guys?
I don't think so. I think they're pretty safe now.
You're lighting this? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like.
but he's looking for
I'm
shots.
gonna.
Safe as
hold on.
possible. I know.
I'm gonna rotate a bit.
Greg, you need to make sure you're spotting this.
Yep, I'm spawning it right now. I
I
just
almost
didn't want to get
Okay,
lit.
you need to leave then, spooky.
I almost
Get
wanna leave.
farther back when you can. You can leave too. You can get like right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jim's up.
I should be safe unless he hits some nuts shots.
I didn't get lit by him, so.
I did.
I'm gonna
Yes.
watch. I'm watching 1-2 right now. Let me know if
Don't
something
let them
happens.
take the map from us.
Yes.
If you knock
one
down
man
these
below us.
destructible houses in here,
I can.
No.
I can.
You're on positive.
I
Where do
can.
you
I
want
can.
I'm spotted.
Where do you want me to play?
Just play. No, you're playing the same spot. You're just not playing as aggressively.
Okay,
Actually, no.
wait.
Come boost up here. Come boost up here.
come into the pocket. Into
In the pocket.
Here.
Got it, got it. They're blind firing. Oh wait, no, you're just shooting
I'm
at
one,
the
one, two.
Fine.
4
Yeah,
minutes.
it's me.
Yeah, quickly get over here and climb up and boost up here. You know how to do that?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm feeling
Yeah,
like
I'm
they're
watching this.
I
I'm
feel
feeling
like
a
I feel like
1-2.
they're just gonna dump over. They're just gonna dump over on the hill.
Either they dump hill or they push 1-2. Now, if they push 1-2, spooky, all you do is clip and then you drop down and use the rock.
Do you want me to
Okay,
stay
Greg?
here? Do you want me to stay here if they push one? Or mine?
Yeah. You can back. No, you can back up to
Yeah,
these
back up to the
bushes right
rock.
here.
Stay
Yeah.
there to light it, and then leave.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. 3 minutes.
Missed.
Oh, they're pushing. They're pushing.
Okay, let me get back down. They're not really pushing, I guess.
Oh, Annihilator jumped over into the next ball.
I think he was trying to get a light on me. I think that's what he was trying to do.
If I were to dump in on us.
No, don't.
No.
If you get him to. Oh, no.
I
If
No.
you
7
get him to
shot.
fire one shell?
Just
7
take it
shot.
easy.
Okay, they're pushing middle and they're
Uh,
pushing hill. That's what it's looking like right now.
Alright.
I'll
Dispatch
watch
them up
that
here.
Fuck me.
I'm gonna come reboot. Okay, I'm coming mid.
Just come up here and look for shots out this way. Oh, no,
I have
one on
fire
the
too.
hill.
You.
You can go now. Fire, go.
I'm going to get pushed. Nice.
You're fine, dude. I'm
Your
covering.
germ is almost done. Germ is almost done. I only have
Nice
2 rounds.
fighting.
Girl, okay.
They're pushing.
Oh fuck! No! I failed. I
Girl.
failed horribly.
It's fine. It's okay.
No, it's not fine.
I can kill Jock. I got
I'm
this
getting
one.
pushed.
I'm clipping.
I'm
You can. You
reloading.
have to deal with it.
I'm wrecked. He bounced one.
Oh my
I'm
fucking
reloading.
Bounced
god.
2. He missed another. I'm
8
alive
seconds.
for now.
Can anybody get Dark God? I'm loaded. I'm loading 20 seconds.
Oh, he missed. I got him.
Nice
Nice.
kill, LD. They're really
Greg,
low.
you need to be a missile. You got an aggressive missile if you have shots.
Okay.
Are you loaded?
I'm loaded
Yeah,
at 10.
go.
Can we spot this? Can we
Go
spot
now,
this?
go now.
Yep.
Spot, spot. I got shot. Can we
got tracked.
spot this?
One more shot. One more shot on
Oh,
photo.
he's
One more
back.
shot on photo.
Give me a distract.
I'm
You
loaded
can't
spot.
spot.
Okay, I'm reloading.
Photo gave up?
Greg, you gotta just connect shots.
I'm running.
One shot. Nice.
Greg has both. Greg just
Good job, Greg.
off an aim.
Suck.
Okay, I'm gonna try and kill type 1.
Type 1.
T1 shot. T1
I got
shot.
1 round left.
Guys, just relax. We're
I'm
fine.
gonna
We got this.
Reload.
We just 5-0'd them, guys. We just fucking 5-0'd them.
I want you guys to look at my damage after this.
So what happened is when I went down into this, I hit like this little bump. Annihilator backed up into me, like he completely outplayed me.
By the way,
like he caught the bottom of my
So
tank.
Hitman, you have to remember when you get pushed, there's literally like 6 guns that can support you.
Well, I got pushed the second time, but Germ bounced me twice.
Randall, save me.
I don't know, man. Like, how do you lose viral off the side of a cliff and still win? Right? Like, how do you do this? How, Teal Team 6? Like, congratulations, but, like, what did you have to do? Like, who sold their soul?
I'm on the Teal Team 6 hype train now.
You are?
I'm jumping right on board. The
choo-choo.
I've been impressed by them thoroughly since that Elevate game. They've been playing, to fight expectations. I doubted them coming into this season. A lot of personalities that have had issues on other teams over the seasons. I don't think anyone will dispute that. But this collection of individuals right now is playing out of their freaking mind. I don't know how else to say that. They're playing great. Their synergy is on point. Their focus fire is good. Their strats are not wall hacks level, but they're getting there. They're very well thought out. They're good crossfires. A lot of redundancies. They want to take map control, even as the defense.
Yeah.
So often we see teams kind of fall into the trap of just being passive and sitting still. But you heard them saying, "Hey, should we take the map control?" They're looking at those options. They're never just complacent. They're kind of as a lot of coaches say for a lot of different sports. Being on the balls of your feet, not being flat-footed, be ready to go. Yeah. You kind of sense that with them when they're talking, with how they're playing. They're doing the same thing. And, I don't have any other way to say it than I'm just thoroughly impressed.
Yeah. Those comms at the end, I think, really showed exactly what's going on there. Just the energy, the focus, the communication. And altogether, just solid. I was really skeptical at first watching them. Because at first, you're sitting there, you're going, how is Teal Team 6 winning? It must be, like, let's see if this is a fluke, right? Because, yeah, you can take 1 or 2 strong battles at the beginning, but often a team like this will turn around and reverse sweep. Or, maybe you start off rough and things turn around. But in this case, Teal Team 6 started well, and to our surprise, managed to keep that up consistently for 5 battles straight.
Keep in mind, a near full health Bat Chat jumped off the cliff, and they still won.
Yep.
Zombie Food doing 4,601 kill, 114 fantasy points. Greg, another strong match, 3 kills at the end there to clean it up. Spooky, another 2 kills himself, both 80 and 90 points apiece. Positive, Drock, and Annihilator all doing what they can in those Bat Chats. Second page, Ali, T1, Viral, Dark God Zim, Photo, etc., etc. Nothing too surprising there.
Yeah. That was what it was,
And
man.
now for the page that is going to hurt everyone that's played Fantasy, because I guarantee you 90% of the people out there had 2 people from eClipse. Well, good night to your Fantasy team. Positive top damage to eClipse coming in there at 8,000 damage, 200 fantasy points on the night. And look at all this damage from Spooky, the Love Hitman, Zombie Food, Greg, all having solid nights. And on the second page here, poor Photo finish. Didn't even break 100. Oh, goodbye top 10 fantasy. Wow.
There we go. All right, so with that one, to just kind of continue the weirdness of today, why don't we invite our Peanut Butter King, Greg? Oh, I thought I was joking. I guess I'm not. Hey, Greg, welcome back. I see you. I see you're exfoliating right now.
I promised the team I'd do it.
Okay.
It's the peanut butter. I'm telling you, this jar of Skippy is the best thing I've ever bought in my life.
Greg, we have more important things here than your peanut butter face. We need to talk about how the heck. Excuse me. That you beat eClipse. Because if you aren't getting the message right now, Greg, I'm confused and scared.
You want me to be completely honest?
I would like that. I would like.
I have no idea what just happened.
All right, that's fine with me.
We just 5-0'd the second best team in the league.
Yeah.
Can you call us Eclipse number 2, please?
That can be arranged. I think there might be some copyright issues. So we'll check back. But seriously, tonight was excellent for you guys, and James and I were thoroughly impressed and surprised with everything. We don't know if was this eClipse off? Was this you guys just really, really good? Are you doing the same thing that we kind of expect out of top tier, where it's a collection of good players that somehow just needs the right little element, and all of a sudden they're amazing? Like, what is it about tonight that felt good?
I don't really want to decredit eClipse at all. I mean, they are a really strong team. However, both times that we fought them, it was not a huge blowout against them. The first match we played against them, we were definitely a bit shaky, and we ended up going 3-5 and then throwing a defense and not going to OT because of that. I definitely think that realistically, we shouldn't be going 5-0 against a team as good as eClipse, but
tonight
I think that they weren't intentionally throwing their matches by any means. I think that we just got the upper hand, I guess, is all I'm trying to say.
You have to look at what's on the line for eClipse. The second place, the automatic bye to the offline final. They don't want to lose this game.
I heard the top tier beat Elevate straight out tonight. So
OT.
I would have
They beat them 5-4.
5-4 OT.
So I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to check points, but there's a very good chance that they could have lost second place because of this tonight.
Yeah. Which is phenomenal.
Which is going to make the last match day all that much more important.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, Greg, great to have you back on. Your final words for us tonight, sir.
If you're playing Wiggle, now buy a jar of Skippy because it's the best thing you can ever do.
They're not a sponsor, but you're a fan?
Oh, no, I'm going to get sponsored. Just you wait.
All right. We'll see how that goes. We'll see you next time. And as you always say, Greg, thank you.
Congratulations on the win once again.
Yep.
Love you.
Love you too, Greg.